So another tip when we're talking about accessibility and user experience that we often have to think about is around text. So we've talked a lot about text and not having text do different things. One of the big things that can also happen with text is about when things resize. So one of the things is somebody who is visually challenged may need to do is may need to actually have their screen set to a much larger font size than what would typically be normal in a person with 20/20 vision, and this can cause issues. And a lot of times that happens because we do things like work with our style sheets and we have absolute sizes of fonts, or we have set our padding between whatever it might be, and these can actually cause issues. So what do I mean? Well, let's take this very simple page right here that we have, and you can see we have just a very simple paragraph here that kind of goes along here. Well, watch what happens when I actually zoom this in. And though this is not technically what happens when you actually use a larger font size, by default, I did want to kind of note how this kind of looks here. And you'll see that things have started to crowd around and things have moved around. Words start breaking into multiple lines and all those different pieces. And the reality is that can cause some big user experience issues. You see things here like now you're having lists and libraries and everything jumping to different lines and that kind of stuff. So this is kind of simulated to show you what I'm talking about, but overall, if I was actually using font sizes, a lot of times what would happen is that you'd actually see the words start to mesh together because they're actually larger now in place in that. But even so, even just using the magnifier and actually magnifying the page, what we're seeing is things start to kind of look differently. So you want to at least consider this. This is not usually a huge priority in the world of accessibility, but overall you want to look at it and see what it looks like in some type of larger format to make sure that you're still helping out those type of users.